How you doing, folks? So, got some more cool shit for you here. So, just speaking about religion, I don't proclaim to know anything, right? No, nobody does. If they say they do, they're whack job, right? Nobody can know. You can certainly think strongly that you can't know. Lots of people believe, right? But check this out. Rome, sun god, Mithra. That's who they first worshipped. Mithraism. Ra. Notice the Ra, R-A. Comes from Egypt. Look at that. He had 12 followers. He died for our sins and rose after 3 days. Does that sound familiar? You can see here where I've drawn the line from Mithra to Christianity, which is modern day Mithraism. Literally the same exact traditions, if you will. And then, of course, in Rome, you had the Catholics eventually. Catholic means universal. So it's the universal Mithraism, or religion. Then you had the Protestants, who had no issues with the religion. They just didn't like the way the Romans were adjudicating it. And so they protested. So they're Protestants. It's really, really interesting how words, when you really start getting into words, they manifest everything, through us. It's pretty amazing. So, speaking of Rome, you would think of the Pope, right? The Pope actually stands in for Jesus as the Holy See. He is the Vicar of Christ. Vicar means, in Latin, stand in for. So at first it was the sun god, Mithra. Had 12 followers, disciples, whatever you want to call them, right? Died for our sins, rose after 3 days. Then they implemented Dagon, which was the fish god who came out of the sea. This goes back to Sumerian times. If you look at a cardinal's hat, at the Vatican or any Catholic church, look at it. It's a fish mouth facing up. They don't deny this stuff. Nobody knows to ask them, right? So anyway, the Vicar of Christ, who the Pope is, so he's standing in for Jesus. He's also, the Vicar would be, aka the mediator who speaks for God while Jesus is not here. Well, according to him and the Catholic Church, he has a divine right. The Catholic Church, the Vatican, anoints all kings and royalty and owns the earth and all life on it. Via contract, by the way. I've mentioned these SestKV trusts. And so these are the most powerful, rich people in the world, and they adhere to these symbols and words. Why? They are the most powerful on the earth. Why do they adhere to these symbols and words and language? You think maybe there's some power in that? Maybe that power that you don't have because you don't look into the words, you don't attempt to comprehend them. You're cattle to them. That's why you're called kids. Your children are called kids. What's a kid? It's a baby goat. Look up the word goat in Black's Law Dictionary. You think this is just by happenstance? I mean, you'd have to be incredibly stupid to believe that. It all is connected. You just have to dig, and you have to dig. You do. But it's this amazing conspiracy that happens to not be a theory only, which is crazy. So you'll notice that many of the royalty, next to the designation next to their sex does not say male and female, it says masculine and feminine, which is for a man or a woman, living man or woman, versus cattle, which is male and female. I've seen a few that say male and female too, and so there's something going on there because you know, they had some less of distinction. Who knows? And so, like I said, the Catholic Church, they don't deny this stuff. The word Sunday comes from Sun's Day, from the Latin Dies Solis. Okay? You know, it's the sun, S-U-N. It's right in the word. Jesus is the Son of Man, not S-O-N. The sun, the sun that brings life. Just like when it comes to be nighttime, he dies and he's reborn again the next day. Because the reason that they use 3 days is because of I believe it's the winter solstice, when there's a time when can't remember which one of the constellations, it doesn't move for 3 days, so he dies, and then his returns after 3 days, the sun rises again on the horizon. Knights Templar, they were the first bankers. Yeah, Rothschild, first bankers. Now, there was a battle between the Knights Templar and the Catholic Church because the Knights Templar were out doing all the pillaging and taking all the money, and they just bring it back to the Catholic Church, and they said, thank you very much, go get more. Well, eventually they're like, whoa, 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 we're doing all the work, we're not getting anything. And so they parted for a while, and now that they're basically two competing corporations for profit, if you will. Very interesting. Rothschild. Why do you think the Rothschilds are so connected to the Catholic Church? Why do you think the central banks are so connected to the Catholic Church? I mean, the Catholic Church itself is a financial institution, really. But. So, speaking of Rome, fasces, which is a symbol, fascism. Okay, that's where fascism comes from. It's a Roman symbol. Okay, there are two of those in the Senate on Capitol Hill. In our Senate, you know, the United States, our Senate. Why are there two Roman fascist symbols in our Senate? Now here, this is really going to bake your noodle. Guess what Rome also had? They had a Senate on Capitol Hill. You think you're not still in Rome? You might want to think again. So yeah, that's all I got for today. I'll be back again, of course. Hope you enjoyed it. Please get people to, subscribe and all that crap. Appreciate y'all. I'm grateful for everyone and everything. I'll see you soon.